Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me again, Seth here, back for another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Omnitrix from the original Ben 10 series. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily awesomeness. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Ben 10 Omnitrix. Now, I was always a huge fan of Ben 10, and it's kind of a coincidence because the Slasher Shadow gave me a comment, or posted a comment on my YouTube channel asking me to make the Ben 10 Omnitrix. Now, again, I've always been a big fan of Ben 10. From when I was about 6 up until 9, I was like the biggest fan of Ben 10, and I always have been a fan of Ben 10, but I was the biggest fan of Ben 10 from like 6 to 9. So, Ben 10 has always been a great cartoon character, probably my favorite Cartoon Network character, other than Johnny Test or something like that, because I like those shows too, or Adventure Time or something like that. But I loved watching Ben 10 all the time, and I'd always wanted an Omnitrix, and I had 5 of them that I bought, but they weren't really good. They were very cheap and plasticky, and I wanted like a realistic looking one. And I tried making one out of cardboard when I was about like 9 or 8 or something like that, and it looked absolutely horrible. So I had always wanted like a good looking one. But now that I've gotten older, I've matured more, I've gotten to be able to make more high quality stuff, and I made the Omnitrix. So here it is. So here is the realistic Omnitrix that I made that's based off the original Ben 10 series. The ones where he's a teenager, I don't really like them that much because it doesn't really resemble Ben 10, and I haven't seen Ben 10 Omniverse because, again, I stopped watching Ben 10 when I was about 9. I just never really picked back up on it again, and back then I was as big of a fan of Ben 10 as I am of Batman today, so I was a huge fan of Ben 10. And I had so many different toys of it and everything. But, so here is how to make it. So what you'll need for this is some white sticky foam for these parts. You'll need a green sticky foam for this, and then these parts. And then you will also need some thick black foam for the little wristband part, and also this part right here, like the little circle. And you'll need super glue to glue everything together. You can also use hot glue, but super glue works the best because if you're gluing this part with hot glue, it will almost definitely bust open, and it'll ruin it. You can also add a buckle, but I think it looks more flush, just glued together like that. This is optional, but you'll probably need a Mod Podge. Now what that'll do is that'll hold everything together, and the sticky foam won't be able to pop up because they'll be sealed down, and also will give a shiny, good look to it, to where it looks kind of like a metal type of thing, or some kind of space metal, because it came in an like aircraft thing and crashed on Earth, and then he found the Omnitrix. So I think it's really cool, and I cut this groove in it right here. Now, I made the Omnitrix a little too big, so I had to put some sticky foam in here to make it a little bit more like the size of my wrist. Now, if you guys are wondering, my Pip-Boy, I fixed the problem where my phone was sliding around, or my mom's phone. It's up there, and I fixed the problem with the Pip-Boy by putting sticky foam in there, and it made it to where it was a lot tighter of a fit, and that's what I did with this by putting green sticky foam in there. And this little symbol is just like an hourglass that's cut out. If you turn around this way, it looks really cool. This is probably going to be like the way I'm going to display it. And so this is the way that sits on your wrist. It just slides on like that. And you will also need, this is optional, you can use paint or this, but you will also need a silver Sharpie or a black Sharpie too. Now the silver Sharpie gives it the details, like this part, these little details on top, and the normal Sharpie is to cover up the white foam there, and also to cover up if you screw up and you accidentally draw on the black foam. So it's like a cool little detail that you can add on. Now before I had this solid black and it would blend in with the rest of the foam, but I gave it some diversity with the new silver Sharpie on there, and I think that looks pretty cool. These parts are little circles that I cut out. Now these wouldn't stick on by themselves because they weren't big enough and didn't cover enough surface area, so I had to super glue these on so they won't come off. And it's like these little dots that are in the show. And I think it looks awesome on my wrist, and it looks a lot like the show, but I kind of made it kind of like the show slash the Ben 10 Race Against Time movie. It's kind of a combination of that, and also just my imagination, and kind of like a cool little realistic version. If Ben 10 really existed, this is kind of what it would look like. And yeah, and I also put some sticky foam right here so it gives even more protection so it doesn't really bust loose, but it's almost sealed permanently together with the super glue there, and it almost fused the foam together. It's like such a tight lock, and you can barely see the super glue line. So I think it's a pretty cool little prop. I'm going to put it on my shelf over there. Now if this video gets to 20 likes, I will make a Ben 10 cosplay. I will make the shirt, and of course the pants I won't have to make, but I will make the shirt, and I will do a Ben 10 cosplay that I might potentially wear to Comic-Con. So if this video gets to 20 likes in no amount of time, just if this video gets to 20 likes, I will make the Ben 10 cosplay. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye guys!